Brown pill.
Until very recently, I was well aware of the state of the world and everything going on within it. I understood the plan. I knew the conspiracy. I also understood that maybe I should be the one to let you know about it. So I'm gonna let you know about it right now. I'm gonna tell you about it, and I might even bring up the leprechauns. But I'm probably not gonna do that today because I think that would just be unfair to you as a first-time listener or someone who hasn't been properly pilled yet. You can talk about your red pills all you want, but I've taken every pill. That's the brown pill. So now, not only being all present, all knowing, I can see through the lies of everything around me. The 5G conspiracy. Who put it here? Why did they want it here? What does it mean? I'll tell you in 3 easy steps. The key to understanding
The miracle of 5G.
I guess it's kind of crazy living every day now as a man who has to be stuck inside his own place. But listen to me now and understand me later. There was something walking through these crowds of infectors, these incubators, purveyors of disease rats, and all I had was a shark mask. But now, being a man of the future, I'm conforming with the new natural sexual selection laws. Based on my shark face mask, my mating ritual would start very soon. Unbeknownst to me, though, I went into this store, wasn't sure, didn't understand. I didn't do the proper research before exiting my home. But when I got into that store and went to pull out my cellular technology and look at it and try and understand it, I saw the 5G pop up, the miracle of 5G. A virus materialized from the psychosphere and took over everyone around me. I had become an infector. The other day I was looking at one, saw it, and thought, I'm gonna burn that thing. If you don't know about the 5G miracle, I'm not gonna tell you about it. You do your own research. Do your own thing. And let me tell you something else. If this 5G continues, I'm going to start an online campaign to ban it.
Yeah, I feel really scared because I don't know how to tell everybody that's out there.
The struggle to cuddle.
Going out in these stores now, I'm really feeling the struggle to cuddle. It's not like it used to be, and it makes me sick. It makes me feel so bad. Let me bring up another point.
What is Jerry doing?
Sorry, I tried, but I couldn't hold a tune to save my life. But I'm not made for singing, I'm made for fucking. So pretty much I'm not doing anything right now except looking at hazmat suits online and whacking off and making sure to maintain my seed inside my freezer. When I saw Jerry come out of his house the other day, me, Keith, Bob, and Bill, Roy yelled out to Keith, he said, "What's up with Jerry? He looks like shit." You know what I said to Phil, who was right next to me, who then whispered what I said back to Keith. And then Keith told Roy. Roy's wife got a hold of it and she put it up on the quarantine network. Now I got 35 likes. 35 people thought it was worth taking 1 second to click a button. And let me say one thing about it. I didn't even care. Because Roy's an asshole, and Keith is a dick. Phil has sex with everybody's wife, and nobody can do anything about it, except for me, because I don't have one anymore. So as we were all sitting there jabber-jawing and getting on down with the information, I saw Jerry, and then everyone said a whisper to each other, "That Jerry sure has put on some weight." What was that Jerry doing inside that house? Was he just sitting there? What was he doing? Did he start a business or did he get in great shape for the upcoming possible war? I don't know. Just been hearing little rumors about it. What was he doing in there? Jerry? What does a Jerry do in a house? What does a Jerry do during 17 months of lockdown? What the hell was he doing in there? If there was a Jerry in that house and a wife, what the hell were they doing? Was there some sort of secret pact made between all my neighbors against me?
The horror. The horror.
The next set of... I'm going to make it abundantly clear throughout this collection of cassette tapes that will undoubtedly one day be probably the most powerful political movement that was ever created. Yesterday when I went to the store, I thought, this is a lot to risk for some nachos. But I was determined to have the nachos that night. It was very important to the schedule of my day. I went in, saw all the infectors around me, covered my face, tried to move throughout the crowd, huddled up into myself, not touching anyone. If anyone was going to look at me, I was looking the other way. No eye contact, no touching, nothing. But I was determined to get that cheese, and by God, I stomped my way down that cheese aisle, put my boot on the front of the Roscoe that was sitting there, just looking at the cell phones, soaking up the 5Gs, trying to figure out what type of cheese for a recipe. Have that figured out before you come in the store, cause I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not standing way back at the end of the cheese aisle, and I'm not gonna wait for that place to clear out since there's 20 infected humans standing there looking at the cheese. I don't think so. I'm not gonna do it.
The first and most vital step to operating your flamethrower unit for viral contamination and sanitation is to always maintain positive pressure on the nozzle. Always ensure to maintain positive control of the nozzle. Thank you. Moving on to section 2.
Ripped for war.
Check 1, 2, check. I don't know what you've heard, but it's making me really mad right now. It's been a whole lot of days with nothing, still waiting around, trying to understand the project, the secret, storm last night, freight train, sound like it was coming from underground. I knew it, I could hear it, and it all lined up, made sense. Before I get into that though, let me take a moment to tell you about an experience that I had today in America. I left my domicile today, went to the local park, tried to get a walk-in, a workout, to stay ready and jacked and ripped for the upcoming vampire war, as I'm sure everyone out there is doing as well. Understand this, a free citizen, sovereign, out in the park getting questioned by some dirty pig, coming up to me with gun drawn, mask on, gloves on, hazmat suit, flamethrower, telling me that I can't be out there? That's my land everywhere. There's no piece of land that I can't walk upon. This pig comes up to me from behind and says, "Sir, you can't be outside in the park. You can't go anywhere. You have to stay in your home. The Catwoman said so, and don't think I don't know." And it's making me so hot right now, so mad, but I'm gonna save that for a little bit later. I know the governor is a Catwoman. Just look at it. There's all the proof that you need, and if you can't see it, then I can't even try to help you. I can't even try to do it. He said you have to leave. Shiny badge right in my face, blinding me. It was pissing me off. Luckily for me, I did have my weapon with me, and I thought maybe I should draw down on this dirty pig. Maybe I should show him a little bit of what it's like to be free. It happened. I know it did. I didn't imagine it. I don't have any video evidence of it, but I know it happened. There was probably 150 witnesses out there, but none of them are going to talk, and we know why.
911.9.
So they want to set up some type of heroes fund and equate this to 9/11? Well, I'd equate it more to 9/12, maybe even to 9/13. I haven't really made up my mind yet. I haven't gone through all the numbers. But let me tell you something, when I go through those statistics and those numbers and put together a forward-thinking, progressive business plan, I will allow those numbers to come out. And I'll let you know which one it is. But I can tell you for all purposes that you might ever want to hear, this is definitely at least a 9/11.9. It couldn't be any more closer to a 9/12. But if we take out the possibility of the werewolf society, well then I'll tell you one thing, people are not gonna stay silent anymore. You've seen it in the news, people are buying up ammunition in record numbers. You think that's an accident? You think majority of Americans don't know about vampires? Don't know about the werewolf society or leprechaun conspiracies? They don't know about secret mole tunnels running throughout the entire world? Where'd all the kids go? Epstein? I'll tell you one thing about Jeffrey Epstein. He was one hell of a reptile, but he has nothing on the Catwoman in charge of the state right now. This Catwoman came up from the depths of reptile hell. Probably was the offspring of a reptile cat person, I'd say. It's really making me mad, and people just want to say, it's okay, we accept her as a cat person, not this American. I will not accept it, I will not condone it, I won't substantiate it, and I won't relegate it. I won't relish in the truthness of it. My truthness, it's relish that I can take down with a brown pill of life. To be able to say that I can open up my eyes and see that this disgusting woman is a filthy crossbred cat person? I'll tell you one thing, if nobody else could ever even imagine the things I know. If you could imagine the things I knew, you'd probably kill yourself. And if you don't believe me, then I'll tell you now that you've got something else coming to you. And it might come in the form of a man. It might come in the form of a woman. But most certainly, the ultimate form will be a vampire.
Tea party.
Understand me now, whenever I'm walking my dog, I don't want to be told to get back inside. My passport's in order. I update the damn thing every month. And it's $50 for every viral free passport. I mean, I think about those guys back whenever they were throwing tea off of some big boat, and then people were like, this has got to stop. This is too much, this tea. So then some other people were pissed about it. They start arguing with each other. Not very unsimilar to our major news media, corporate overlords of hell. But let me tell you something, I'm gonna tell you all about it. Because first of all, if I were alive today, I would be throwing tea off the boat as well. Beyond proportions that's never been known to anyone in mankind, in space-time.
Get as high up as I could, and you couldn't get any higher than what I was. I could move things without touching them, and I could make people stand away from me and command people and make them get pushed away.
Airwaves.
Let me try and explain just a little bit about the Werewolf Society. I've been getting laughed at for the Werewolf Society conspiracy theory for years, and let me tell you, it's not a conspiracy theory when the evidence and the facts are staring you in the face. Take a look at Jodie Foster. Yeah, research that on your government-controlled AI super machine linked into your brain through the extreme low frequency radio waves. The radio waves are full. Nobody wants to hear it, but we've all seen it. The radio waves are full and they're about to explode. And when it comes out of the airwaves and pours into real life, it'll infect everything. So let me ask you one question. If you really don't believe that everyone around you is infected with a deadly disease, and then you turn on your cellular technology and see that 5G pop up, don't see what happens? Don't get a faint smell of a werewolf lurking within the area? I don't know what to tell you, because you're probably never going to see the truth. You're never going to see it. And I'll give you one more reason why the 5G is really pissing me off. Everyone wants it, everyone needs it. Now we're exactly where they want us, in our homes, not preparing for the upcoming vampire wars as the secret wars spill out from the hollow earth and the deep underground military bases, and eventually they're going to flush them vampires out, God willing.
We'd have communion every day, and that consisted of blood and urine and semen and a black widow. The high priest would come and get me, and they would take me to the church, and then that's how they sacrificed, and they'd collect the blood and they'd drink it. And that was, yeah, an everyday part of my life.
Destroy all werewolves.
And let me tell you one thing, don't think of me as some sort of baby man who doesn't even have a plan. I will not hesitate to unleash my fury and my freedom unto all those around me. And you better believe that I'm gonna do it. I mean, what kind of society is it where we just allow the free roaming and ranging on our borders by these damn werewolves? They don't even bother disguising themselves anymore. I can see right through it. We have to stop them, make sure that they understand that they are not allowed to bring their depraved and culture-destroying ideals into ours. Werewolves have been known for many years to be purveyors of child pornography. Don't tell me it's not true. 99% of people that got polled that who were werewolves, they said that they were pedophiles. Werewolves equal pedophiles. Let me see one in the street. I'm gonna draw down on them with the lightning quickness that you haven't even seen in a Hollywood movie. I'm gonna pump them full of freedom. Let them know that they're not allowed here anymore, and by God, if I have my way, they won't be allowed anywhere ever again.
Dumb system.
This Heroes Fund being set up, that makes me really mad. Heroes Fund for what? 9/11? Where did that go? Oh, that's right. It went into the dumb system where the vampires and leprechauns are. Look it up. I can't make you see the truth. You want to take a red pill, a blue pill, white pill, black pill, purple pill? I've taken all of them. Put them all into one. You'll see it. Vampires, leprechauns, werewolf societies, secret underground wars, 5G blasting my nuts apart every time I turn on my cellular technology. And guess what? Everybody knows it. Now we can't even leave our house. You think that's any accident? Well, do you? Think about it. It's all going on, and it's all gone wrong. Light'll show us the way.
I was so brainwashed, really. There's Satanists in the police force and also in the government, the army. They're everywhere. They're even on the Council of Representatives of the United States. Their purpose is to rule the world.
The Storm of 59.
I'd like to take just a moment to maybe talk about something that might make people feel a little bit uncomfortable. It might make you uncomfortable and it might not. Who am I to dictate to you what's gonna make you madder than hell? Well, I'll tell you something. This pandemic of vampires spreading their disease from the inner earth. And now what do they have to do? The only thing that they can do is to come up to the surface through their little holes, especially with incoming war that's about to take place. And I would say that if anyone's been paying attention, then you'd know that it's probably already started. That storm the other night, the thunder, everybody's saying that doesn't sound like real thunder. I remember thunder from the days on the plains when I was riding the horses and talking to the folks. I remember the thunder of old 59, and that thing was in the sky and we all just fell over and had a panic attack. Large triangles made of light coming up through the trees and inserting themselves into us, letting us know 4G was a big problem back then. And I'm gonna say now, 5G is even bigger. What does 5 mean whenever you add it into the Schumann resonance? It means an infection like we've never seen before. But that's only part A of the big problem. The secret war against the vampire within the earth, in the deep underground military bases. And if at this moment in time you're not accessing your own resonator and trying to find your 5G blocker and also taking the supplements which will point you in the direction of those bases, you want to get as far away from those as possible, because that's where them vampires are going to be coming up from. They're setting off nukes underneath the earth. That's what the thunderstorm was. It was a man-made engineered storm to cover the sounds of the bombs exploding under the ground underneath us, killing millions.
Destroy all werewolves. Due to your insubordination, your contact information and current location are being forwarded to the Bureau of Specific Werewolf Events and Homeland Security. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
The Werewolf Leprechaun Media.
Only those who are walking around filled with the self-hatred and told by those above them how they're supposed to feel. I don't feel one bit bad about killing a vampire. I don't feel any remorse for going out in public and bullying a leprechaun, telling them to get out and spitting on them, kicking them. They deserve it. But unlike the unwashed hordes of werewolves that keep pouring in, telling our children that they can fuck and get away with it, I don't think think that's right. God doesn't think that's right. And 99% of the people that I've polled said it's not right. And I'll tell you one more thing. If these werewolves want to come up in our society, pervert our children, put things on the television that I don't want to see, understand my plights, and then try and refeed it back into me without my expressed consent or a signed paper saying that it's right, I swear to God I'm gonna build so many explosives and go ahead and get myself strapped up, and I'm gonna walk down the street, and every werewolf that I see, I'm gonna blast them back to hell! Every one of them. These werewolves want to try and tell me, I'm gonna tell you one thing, it's not gonna work on me, werewolf, not today. I can see through your scuzzy outfit, and I can smell the freedom rising from my own pores over the stench of your dirty, greasy fur. You're a spawn of hell, and I swear I'm gonna smite you down with bullets of freedom, filled with the love of all people that wanna be free. Cause there's nothing worse than not being free. I'm gonna come over to your house, kill you, and leave you, and then I'll laugh about it afterwards at the bar, as I'm telling all my buddies about what I did, and then all the girls are lining up telling me I'm real cool. That's what I've always wanted. So anyway, if you sin, I will see me tag to the hashtag guy and write you with love and kindness.
Section 2 startup procedures. Open the fuel inlet valve.
Turn the compressor switch to the on position.
Aim and depress the trigger.
Warned.
Maybe I should go and take just a second and reflect back on the events that have taken place. All these things that have gone down. Things we never thought would happen. Some of us saw it, some of us didn't. But it's really making me think about the events in my life that have brought me up to this point. So maybe I'll go ahead and think about the day I was born. I was born when I was 1. Ejected out into the world. Left to fend for himself. Engineered many things. Things you couldn't even imagine. Working for people I can't talk about. Doing things I don't care to remember. Having things happen to me which I can't remember. And let me tell you one more thing. Things that happen to you that you may have never even understood or tried to understand. Those things were thanks to me. It's an overriding sense of guilt now that I feel every day. It crushes me down, and now I gotta tell the truth. When I was 2, I succumbed to a great disease, a great virus that was overtaking the entire world at that time. When I was 14, I was kicked out of my house, was told to get down the road. Nobody wanted me in their town with my radical ideas, having some young kid coming in, telling them what they needed to hear. When I was 17, I was finally adopted into a family. When I was 18, I ran away, but I didn't leave the house. I ran away into my own mind for 22 years, never spoke a word, didn't have anything happen to me except living, and those are times I'm not going to talk about, not ever, not even to you. When I was 55, I became 40. They keep telling me that I need to go and do something about it, but guess what? I'm not going to, and I'm never going to take their advice ever again. All they did was pump me full of ideas that were not my own. The ideas I got out on the road of life and the road of freedom, letting them know no fingerprints, no face. Nothing.
When the mid-September through mid-November, they sacrifice babies and nothing but babies because they need the pure blood of the untainted children. All the children's posters that you see that are missing, they're pretty much dead. They have underground caverns in the mountains, and they keep the children and the kids and the women and men there. And I didn't understand what it was like. I just can't believe I'm seeing this. Every year of my life, I've experienced that. That was the hardest part for me, is like hearing those babies literally scream and cry. And then seeing their blood flow. It was horrible.
The holy vest.
Alright, now I'm thinking today that in the situation that we're in, if I'm out with a baby, do I have to understand the plan or am I simply just obligated to take care of said baby? But now they want to tell me, well, you can't do that. I can do it, it's my right. Or else they'll say, maybe not, can't do that now. Too many vampires around. And then I say, ain't that the truth? I know it all too well, I've seen it every day. And then they thank me, give me $100, tell me to go on my way, and tell me that all of humanity is better off for the things that I'm doing every day and delivering it to the people. In a way not unlike that of martyrs or kings of old. Ancient scriptures were once written by the great elder ones, and I know them all too well. The evils of what the vampires are trying to push upon us. And when I receive a package in the mail, I may or may not be constructing some sort of vest for some sort of holy purpose.
Hello, this is the U.S. government. You have been selected to participate in a survey and receive $500. If you choose to participate, please say yes. For no, please say no. I do not understand your response. Please press star to return to the main menu.
Jerry is dead.